I would like you to introduce yourselves. Say who you are, how long you've been at Messiah, what you like about Messiah, things like that.
Okay. I'm Karen Wells. I've been attending Messiah for 30 years or almost 30 years, off and on with two breaks. Um, I love Messiah because of all the friendly people. That's the reason we originally went. More of our neighbors went to other churches, but we just felt very at home at Messiah. And I'm in the music, the choir, and love music, and we have a great music program and wonderful pastors.
What about you, Pete?
My name is Pete Wells. I came to Messiah in 1984 because Karen came to Messiah, and I attended Messiah for 20 years before I joined it. My daughter-in-law, who was an Episcopalian, was coming to Messiah with us when her husband was in Iraq, and one Sunday she was joining the church, and I looked up and said, you know, if she can do it, I probably ought to do it.
That is a good story. Okay, so who's your daughter-in-law?
Oh, Julie Wells.
So maybe I'm going to need to go roll up and interview them.
Who
Good luck.
Yeah.
is the director of CEP at our church
Yep.
and is in the orchestra and in the
Awesome.
choir.
Cool. All right, so what keeps you at Messiah? I think you said that, Karen. Pete?
People.
People.
People and
Yeah.
family. Our two grandsons have been at Messiah since they were born. They're 17 and almost 16.
Yeah.
And our sons were there from the time they were young. So
Yeah.
it's our home, church home.
Yeah.
It, more than anything else, is home. And in fact, one of the biggest issues we have with this self-quarantine business is being cut off from church.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's hard.
We both do a lot
Yeah.
at the church, and not being able to participate in that, even though it's only been 3 days,
I know.
is difficult.
It is.
Well,
We're
it's
both
interesting.
retired from work per
Yeah.
se, so we do.
Well, it's interesting because we don't want to infect anybody, and this is a pandemic, but also loneliness is an epidemic in this world, you know.
It is.
So,
It is.
you know, you have to think about all those things.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a hard question. When did God become more than just a word for you? And if you want to think of it a different way, you can tell me, where do you see God the most? How does God show up the most in your lives?
You want to
I
start?
found God most apparent to me on the floor of the emergency room in Vietnam.
Interesting.
I'd been blown up and came to in the emergency room and with a sign on my chest that said I had a broken back and should be evacuated.
Wow.
And I'd been raised in a religious family that read the Bible and prayed and went to church. And that the first thing that came to me was my need to commune with God and to lean on God. And that was in 1969. So that was certainly the most important and the greatest emphasis I found on God.
Like a moment you can really remember. Yeah.
Yes. And where do I see God now? I see God in the morning when I wake up, when I'm in bed, and there's nothing else going on, and it's my time to commune with God.
Cool.
I would say I grew up in church also. My mother was raised Methodist, my dad Presbyterian, but we were Army, so we went to general Protestant services. So I heard all different denominations. So I was always a
There. So, Karen, can you tell me again, where does God show up in your life? When did God become more than just a word?
As I said, I grew up in the church and going to church, and I studied religion in college because I went to Baptist Girls School. But it still wasn't super important to me until, I would say most recently, during my health crisis with breast cancer and my husband's health crisis when he had a brain tumor. I felt more called by God to help others and felt more of God's presence in my life in all situations since then.
That's good. Cool. I would like you to tell me, what is something you're thankful for right now, or something you're really excited about, something you're looking forward to?
I've been writing in the thankfulness journal, and the things that come up the most often are friends, family, church, and just the love of God, and being in a country where we have everything we need, where other people don't. Looking forward to, we're celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary this year, and we've planned a trip to Florida, driving. So we're hoping
Awesome.
we can still go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Cool. What about you, Pete?
I'm most grateful for my family, and I'm also very grateful for Messiah, for the congregation. I feel a part of it. I get a feeling of relationship with God through Messiah. I look forward. I'm teaching a history of the Bible course right now for Messiah. I'm disappointed that we're having to postpone the next one for a couple of weeks, but that really keeps me focused, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy those people and the classes that we have together.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, here's your last question. What do you like about each other? I've been getting a lot of blank stares when I ask that question. Takes a minute.
Oh, goodness. Well, after 50 years, we have, or almost 50 in June, we like each other, love each other, sometimes don't like what the other person is always doing. But what I like the most about
Take 3. Karen, you were telling me what you like about
Yes.
Pete.
I like that he's a strong, independent person. I like his love of God and family. I like that he supports me and I support him when we need each other the most. And I just like that we have time together. It's very special.
Awesome. Pete?
I like being with her.
Yeah.
So many years we spent off apart and together again in the Army, that it's nice to be able to wake up in the morning and have coffee together and eat together and go places together and do things together and going to church together. She's a calming influence. She always tells me, stop that, don't say that, you should be more mature. So she's kind of my anchor
Cool.
in life.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not living with her.
Yeah. So do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up and before the phone cuts you off again?
Just that we're going to miss being at Messiah, and we can't wait to have services again. And
Yeah.
we're thankful for our wonderful pastors and all the staff and everyone there.
And since this is going on Facebook, I want to underline how much Messiah does for the community and for the people within the community, and encourage all of you to come give Messiah a chance and to participate in those ministries to those who need it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank
you all
you.
are awesome. See you later. Bye-bye.